Now in N8N, what you need to do to emulate what we just did in Dapta is just a flow that looks like this. This is a very basic version, but the main logic is just the same. So we're gonna retrieve the rows from our Google Sheets, which contains the list of leads that we want to contact. And then we're just gonna trigger the call for each one of them. So let's build this from scratch, right? To do this, we just go ahead and add a new Google Sheets notes right here. And I want to get rows in Sheets. I already have my Google Sheets credentials connected. So I'm just going to pick the document that I want to take my information from. So it's going to be demo and then the sheets. Now what we need to do is the hard part, which is make an HTTP request to VAPI's API in order to create a call to the assistant that we just created. So to do that, you have to go to VAPI API docs and find for the right endpoint to call. I know this is a bit technical, but this is just the way we have to do it because N8N doesn't have a native VAPI, not easy to use for non-technical users. So I'm going to import a new HTTP request, and this is just going to be blank for us to fill out. So let's go to VAPI docs. And right here, we can find the code request that we can copy and paste here. So here, import and paste. This is just gonna configure this node accordingly to what the curl request provides. Then we just have to include the JSON parameters to include to the request and to know specifically which parameters we should send to this endpoint in the JSON format. We have to check the documentation and actually know how to do it. This is definitely not ideal for non-technical users, but in this case, VAPI documentation includes this feature right here, which allows us to try this endpoint. So what else do we need in order to create our call? I would say that we're gonna have to call from a phone number. So I'm gonna include the phone number ID that we wanna call from. Also, well, you can include multiple things here, but I would say that the required ones are these ones in particular. And finally, I'm just gonna add a customer here. And inside the customer object, let's just add the number that we need to call. So this is the one that comes from our Google Sheets. And that's it. So we just built the same voice agent in two different platforms. One that is more beginner friendly and the other one, you should have some technical background in order to make it work.